Hello my dear students, today we will learn abstract class. Now we all know object-oriented programming has a famous features called data abstraction. Abstract class is a features in Java to implement that data abstraction. Now before going into the further details, first of all we need to learn one thing, that what is all about object-oriented programming. It's based on object. So how to create an object? To create an object, first we need to build a concept. So how to build a concept? To build a concept, first we need to focus on the information about a concept. That means the features or the attributes of a particular concept, what are the jobs of that particular concept, etc. Now here in our example, we have three different characters or three different concepts. These are human, alien and ghost. Now for the simplicity, we talk about two features and two jobs. Now let us first see the first features, which is eyes. Now whether human have eyes or not. Yes, human have eyes. As far as our alien is concerned, yes, our alien too have eyes. What about ghost? No. We don't know whether the ghost have any eyes or not, how it looks like and all. Let's talk about the second feature, gender. Yes, our human have gender. What about our alien? No. We don't know about that feature. Same for ghost. Now let us talk about some job. Speak. Can our human speak? Yes, our human can speak and he will say, I am Albert Einstein. What about our alien? Well, we can see the face in our alien. So, we can say our alien can speak too. But, in what language? Well, that is completely unknown. What about our ghost? Well, we don't know. Similarly, the write. Our human can write and he can write E equal to mc square. What about alien? Well, that is completely unknown. Same for our ghost. So, as far as these three different characters is concerned, we can say the human is properly defined. That means we are able to gather all the information of human. But for the alien, some of the properties or characters are known, like eyes or the feature speak, but there are some abstraction or unknown information like the gender or the language alien use for speaking, or whether there is any right job or not. And finally the ghost. We have simply no idea about anything about ghost. So in the real life, these three type of concept can be there. So how to implement them or define them in Java? Let us first talk about human. So as our concept is human, so we will write class human. Now what are the features or attributes? Well, eyes and genders. Eye and gender are two attributes are there. Now what about the job? Well, we know human have a job or method which is speak, and that is properly defined, which says I am Albert Einstein. Same for write method, that is also properly defined and it say E equal to mc square. Now let us focus on alien. Well, as far as the feature is concerned, alien too have eye, which is known, but we have no idea about the gender, so we will not going to include that. Now what about the job? As far as the write is concerned, we have no idea about that particular method, so we were not going to include that. Now what speak? So the question is what to write in its body, because as far as the alien is concerned, we can say that alien have a feature called speak, but we cannot define it properly because we don't know the language. So we can say we partially know that particular feature, and we cannot define it because the lack of information. So that particular feature become an abstract one. So if a particular concept have a abstract feature, so overall that concept also become an abstract concept. So alien is an abstract class. Now what about the ghost? Well, as far as the feature is concerned, we are not sure about eye or gender, so these two are completely unknown, so we are not going to include any feature. So for the methods, now as far as the ghost is concerned, we can say that we have no idea about the ghost. We simply fail to gather anything about ghost. So as far as the concept ghost is concerned, we can say this concept is completely abstract to us. So here we actually see three different things. One, human, which is completely defined. Second, alien, where there is some partial abstraction, and due to that abstraction the concept itself an abstract concept. And finally the ghost, where we have no definition or information about a ghost, so we can say ghost is a complete abstraction. Now whether the abstract class required a constructor or not, let us focus on mammalia. Yes, we all are mammalia. So first let us gather some information. So as far as the information is concerned, whether mammalia have age or not, yes, mammalia have age, weight and the kingdom. Now age and weight can vary, but kingdom is fixed, which is animalia. Now let us assume we ask few query to mammalia, like where are you from? If we ask mammalia where are you from, he will say from earth. Similarly, if we ask what you have, it will say mammary glands. But if we ask what you are, we will not get a definite answer. Why? Because it varies different mammal to mammal. Like we human will say human, a cat can say cat, a dog will say dog, and so on. So just like we have two objects or two concepts, human and panda. Now both of them are mammalia. So mammalia is a generalized one. So how to implement that generalized concept? So we start from class mammalia. Now why it is abstract? Remember, there is an abstract feature, that is what you are. So first talk about the feature. So we have age, weight and kingdom. Now the kingdom, which is constant, we cannot change it, so we modify it by final. What about the method? Now mammalia have two concrete method, that means two well-defined method, and that method is where you from, which is earth, and what you have, which is mammary glands. So these two are the well-defined methods, but the mammalia have a abstract method too, that is what you are. So as a whole, mammalia is an abstract class. Now let's focus on the specialized one, human and the panda. So what about these two? Now if we focus on human and panda, both of them have the same superclass or parent class, which is mammalia. So they extend the mammalia class. Now the mammalia have a abstract method, which is what you are. So human when human inherit mammalia, it gets all the features from mammalia, including that abstract one. But for human, if we ask human what you are, he will say, I am human. Same as for panda, but it will say, I am panda. So once panda and human, both of them extends mammalia, it gets all the properties from this superclass, including this abstract property, but they implement this abstract property as per their requirement. So we can say the class panda and class human, both of them are concrete class because this abstract class is properly implemented. So that is also a requirement of that or advantage of the abstract class. Now, still, why we require constructor? Now, we know we require constructor to initialize an object. Now, let us focus on that. So, let us try to create some object. So, under the main class, we will try to create an object. So, let us first start with mammalia object. Can we do that? Now, we know to create an object, we require to initialize all the properties. Who is going to initialize that property? The constructor. Now, whether we can create an object of mammal or not. Now, see, there is an abstract method, that is, or abstract property, that is what you are. Now, due to that abstract or due to that abstraction, we cannot, or constructor cannot able to initialize that particular property. So, what we can say, we cannot create an object of mammalia. Why? Because of that abstraction. So, if we can't create an object of an abstract class, do we still require a constructor? Let us try to create two objects of human and panda respectively. Now, in our example, the object of human is Einstein and panda is Pooh. To create an object of human, we require a constructor of human, and for panda, we require a constructor of panda. Now, how to create these objects? We all know to create an object, we first need to initialize all the properties of the mammalia. Now, who is going to implement or initialize these properties? Well, due to encapsulation, human constructor cannot touch or cannot initialize this property. So, only mammalia constructor can do that. So, human first call the mammalia constructor. So, same for panda. But the constructor of mammalia fails at that point. So, what to do? Well, in that particular point, the constructor of human or constructor of panda plays its own role, because that abstract feature is now overridden by these concrete features under human. So, we can very much create the object of the subclasses, and we can very much access the property with the help of that object. So, what we can say, due to these features and due to encapsulation, we require the constructor of abstract class. Maybe that constructor fails at that abstract property, but can able to implement this property successfully. So, we require a constructor for the abstract class. Finally, the output is Earth human and Earth panda. Well class, this is all about abstract class. If you have any query, please put your doubts in the comment. Hope you have enjoyed the video. Best of luck.